Okay, guys, sorry. Welcome to Clumsy Clairvoyance. Look, I'm adjusting everything. My My lights are all freaking funky. They had me going for it. Okay, so welcome everybody to a special edition, have you, of Clumsy Clairvoyance. Okay, so I want to give a few minutes for everybody to pop in because I already know there's going to be some late bees just like me. But for me, this is really early. Everybody's probably freaking out seeing me live at this time, so I'll wait for everyone to kind of trickle in here for a minute while I get the presentation ready. But yes, anyway, while you guys are here, first off, I already saw some people in the chat asking for readings. So this is not a readings live. However, I do go live like I think it's like 4 or 5 times a week. And you'll see me in the middle of the night. But when I am doing live readings, you will see that in the title of the video. Okay, guys? Also, if you need a personal reading, you can email me. It's in the About section on the channel. Having said that, let me get my shit together and we'll start this really fun. We're going to do a demo. We're going to go over the full moon. Tonight is a full moon in Virgo. If you didn't know, okay, if you did know, awesome. Again, having said that, I'm going to pull up some things, say hello to everybody. Like I said, there is going to be some late bees coming in, so I do want to give a few extra minutes, so hold please. By the way, if you just came in and you kind of don't know what's going on, if you look in the description, it'll give you like a synopsis of what's going on, and also everything that you will need to participate in doing the full moon ritual along with me during the live, okay? So go to the description and you'll see the little list of things that you'll need, okay? And if you have any question about like if there's something you don't have, type it in the chat and I'll address it, okay? I try to make it as simple as possible. That way it's nothing that's extravagant that nobody can have access to, okay? I want to make it accessible to everybody to be able to do it. So, having said that, I'm still getting my voice back. Damn Ursula, she's holding on to it tight, but it's coming nice and slow. That's what she said. Yikes. Okay, sorry about that one. I walked into it. But yeah, so bear with me guys. I'm going to get the presentation up and then we'll begin. All right, I'm back. So if you guys can hear me okay, if you can see the screen okay, just give me a thumbs up. That way I know. And thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate you, love. Let me say hi to everybody in the meantime. Who are we waiting to arrive? It's questionable. Well, it's questionable, but Darth and all them had me send out the link again, so I don't know, but I just wanted to give that extra cushion, that extra time. Good to see you, John D. Jen with no filter, you're so freaking awesome. I just want to say that real fast. You, every time I'm in experts chat, this is the one person that I'll type just random crap in the chat. And Jen with no filter always nails it. She always gets it. She catches it like right away. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. You know, for some reason, this comment was like blocked at first. I don't know why. To hell and back. Hey, to hell and back. You messaged me, and the answer to your question is yes, kind of yes. I spoke to. I'll tell you later about it, but just so you know, after the live, I'll talk to you about it. Okay, I'll send you a message. But I did hear back. Just wanted to let you know. Very trance inducing. Yes, the candles are meant to do that. Just so you know, you'll get lost in them for sure. Oh, thank you, John D. You're in love for that. Thank you. All right, Mousy, how are you, love? You are Mousy. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'll pin it in a little bit. And Juju, good to see you. How are you, Juju B? Juju B. Juju, I feel like this one's gonna resonate with you. This full moon in Virgo. You'll dig this one. I'm feeling squeaky tonight. Okay. All right. So if everyone is good, just give me a thumbs up and we'll begin. Teresa, welcome. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Okay, so what's the stream about? Well, if you happen to not know, oh, you don't know Juju? Okay, so let me give everyone the lowdown real quick. I'm glad actually you guys said that. So tonight is a full moon in tarot. Okay, or a full moon in tarot. Words are hard. A full moon in Virgo. Okay. Um. Anywho, so I wanted to do a live to do like a live demonstration of how you would do a full moon ritual using both tarot, the sign that the planet's under, and a few other things. Okay. However, though, um, I want you'll see. I'm going to go through a little presentation here, but the whole thing is that I want you guys to be able to follow along with me. That way, if you want to invoke, that power, that energy from the full moon, you'll be able to. There's easy guidance on how. And the ritual we're doing tonight, I did it specifically, very simple, with very few things that you have to have. It's not like you have to go like to Tom, Dick, and Harry's to get all the things you need. Okay, and if you look in the description, there's a list of the simple things that you will need. Okay. So since tonight is a full moon, I wanted to tap into that, into the full moon energy from tonight. Also, by the way, full moon energy can be invoked 3 days before a full moon and 3 days after a full moon, and that's the same thing with the new moon as well. Any cycle of the moon, you have 3 going backwards and you have 3 going forwards. Okay. Now, before we even start the full moon Virgo ritual, I want to give you guys just a little rundown, a little clip of history and some other things to kind of, you know, pace us before we start running. Running. Okay, so everyone good to go? Teresa, you follow? You get what? You're good? We're all good? And another thing, okay. So we talk about moon cycles real quick. Just a little side note, it's in the presentation as well, but there's the cycles that we're most used to are the full moon and the new moon. They're the most notable, okay? Now, during a new moon is all about bringing things in, drawing things towards us, okay? While a full moon, think of as purging. The full moon is all about taking out the trash, is kind of like the term I use. Taking out the trash, getting rid of what no longer serves you, okay? And thank you, Juju. I'll pin that. Hold on, can I pin that now? Nope, but I will do it in a moment. Actually, I'm going to start. That way I don't forget. Okay. Yeah, you can watch the replay, Mousy. Okay, so again, full moon is what we're purging, and new moon is what we're wanting to bring in. Okay? Don't pin it? Okay. All right, so everyone good? Thumbs up. We ready to rock and roll? Were you really to Helen? You know what? You would be born on a full moon. You're cool like that. Okay, gotcha. Don't worry, love. Jujubi already told me not to pin it, so you're fine. Okay? No worries. Let me know what it is, so I'll post it on my community page with all the followers. That way people could catch you there as well. All right, Mousy? Mousy, Mousy. Oh, I need a shot of like honey down my throat right now. Okay, everyone ready to go? Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if we're all ready. All ready, Freddy. All right. Sounds good. Let's roll. All right. Hold on. Let me get rid of myself here. Sorry, Moon. There we go. All right. So, some history. I just want to give you guys a little background about the moon in particular, some superstition, some supernatural kind of connotations. There's a lot of cultures that have a lot to say about the moon and have a lot of history with the moon. Okay, so we start here. What did the moon represent in more ancient times? So this might actually surprise a lot of people. So some of the Greek sectors literally in ancient Greece referenced the moon as, quote, the home of the dead. Okay, and then the early Hindus, they believed the souls of the dead would remain on the moon, and they remain there awaiting rebirth. The early Hindus also, they believe. What's really interesting that I found with the Hindus was that they feel that the moon represented both birth and death at the same time. I guess hence the rebirth. However, though, the home of the dead I always thought was really fascinating. From like the earliest written word text documentation we have about the moon, and all things kind of supernatural surrounding it, or spiritually linked. That's what seems to come up first. That the home it's the home of the dead. So, and by the way, if you guys have any questions during this presentation and as we go forward, don't hesitate to ask, okay? Now, moving on, kind of hop skip a little bit. So, Native Americans and the moon. So, the Native Americans have what I would call almost, I would call it a very organic, authentic relationship with the moon itself. So, in Europe and North America, the big I would say the big kind of theme for the moon, or what the moon was first used for a lot, was helping to track the seasons for agriculture and stuff like that, etc. Okay. Now, Native Americans are actually responsible for the names used today to describe the month/calendar's full moon dates. Okay. For example, we have the wolf moon in January, the worm moon in March, which would be now, and then the pink moon in April. And there's one for every single month following. Now, every single one is linked to some type of animal or some type of color of the earth. It's all, linked to how the moon illuminates during that time of year, or what the moon kind of guides the earth to know, so to speak. For example, we're in the worm moon. Yeah, this is the worm moon. This is the time of year where the worms start to appear. Ooh, I like that. That's very good, GGB. Renaissance means rebirth. Does it really? I love it. You guys are always bringing me knowledge. Okay, so now we get back to some roots, okay, in regards to superstition and the moon. Okay, so who is Luna? I'm sure you guys have heard that, right? The Luna month, or lunar month, the lunar year, etc. So let's take it all the way. Let's rewind all the way back, and we find the Greek goddess Luna. That was her name, okay? Um, she was said to ride her silver chariot through the sky each night, and they considered her wacko, crazy, wild woman, all right? And when we translate Luna, it's lunacy, meaning lunatic, okay? And it later becomes linked to odd or wild behaviors of humans and animals during the full moon cycle, okay? Another fun little superstitious fact that I want to throw in here. I think if any of you grew up hearing about the man on the moon or have ever heard it referenced, just raise your hand. So this is funny. So the whole man on the moon, that whole story, or that whole tale, the lore. The roots are in Buddhism and Native American lore. Those are the two places I found it the strongest. Okay. Um, and the man known as the man on the moon was actually originally a rabbit or a bunny that was on the moon. It was later evolved into a man, but the first stories of the man on the moon was actually a bunny on the moon. How cute is that? She probably was. I'd concur here. I think I agree. So now we're gonna move on to the ritual. I don't know if you heard Google talking right there. So I feel like before we kind of premise and start diving into the moon, any questions about? There is literally, I could have spent like 2 hours, 3 hours of just so much history on the moon itself. There's been studies done about human behavior and animal behavior during the time of the full moon. We hear about, the wolf howling at the moon. It's usually always a full moon, is it not? Um, and there's actually scientific data that shows that the earth reacts differently during a full moon. So the full moon has such an impact that it affects not just like our tides in our ocean, but it changes the axis of the earth as well. Even if it's ever so slightly, it still does so. All right. Any questions on the full moon, you guys, and what it represents? And like I said in the beginning, just a caveat: the full moon represents what we're purging. Okay. A new moon would represent what we're trying to take in, what we're trying to collect. Okay. It would appear so. Every mouse. How cute is this? Every mouse thinks the moon is made of cheese. See, that's what I'm saying. There's so much. There is actually just like a plethora of just knowledge you could dive into on stories about referencing the moon. Just so much stuff. Even if we look at religious texts and the religions that are practiced today, um, they even Catholicism, Christianity, of course Judaism, they rely on celebrating certain holidays dependent on the full moon that is occurring during that season. So this is something that's been done for hundreds of years throughout hundreds of cultures, is this appreciation of the moon and tapping into its energy, okay? So, having said that, what is a ritual, okay? According to Google, a ritual is a religious or solemn meaning alone, or to the side, separated. A religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. Okay? So, having said that, we're going to move on to the full moon ritual. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, we have a full moon in Virgo currently. Okay? You see up top it says, reminder, full moons are for releasing what no longer serves you. Okay? And here is the list of the things you will need. Okay? So, if you guys are going to do the ritual alongside me, these are the things you will need. Okay? You will need paper or pencil, and I'm going to caveat that by saying I prefer you use like something runny, like a marker, because I want it to bleed into the water for the purpose of this ritual. Okay, so paper or pencil, I prefer something runny like a marker. A glass jar or glass cup, preferably with a lid on it. Okay. Some small blades of grass or flowers. Okay, you can get those right outside right now. Even some weeds will do, okay? And then a crystal or a rock, white or clear, like a clear crystal quartz, or a white rock. Literally something you could find anywhere. A pebble, a white rock. Go outside. I'll give y'all like 2-3 minutes if you guys need to get anything on the list. But hold on, like just even this one I found. This is just a plain white milky quartz, okay? So it does not have to be fancy, and you only need one, all right? And then look at my little, from the little sad backyard right here. These do not have to be perfect flowers, weeds, or blades of grass, but it has to be from the earth, okay? Because as we go along, you'll see Virgo is a earth sign. Again, so these are some of the things that you will need in order to follow along, okay? Paper or pencil. Like I said, I think like a marker or pen is preferred. A jar or glass, preferably with a lid. If you don't have one, that's fine, but preferably with one. Okay. Um, Small blades of grass or flowers, a crystal or white rock, and then also salt. Okay. And you don't have to have salt, actually. The salt is for those of you who are going to follow along with me, who have not had time to like clear your space or energy, and you just want to cleanse your little area real quick where you are performing the ritual. Okay. There's many different ways to clear space though and energy. And before we begin, I'm going to demonstrate one that I could do with you guys actually virtual, or I mean via virtual communication, that it should even kind of clear your energy over there as well. I'm going to use a singing bowl. So, all right. Any questions so far or comments? You guys seem quiet tonight. Any questions or comments so far? Okay, onward we go. Okay, who is the Virgo, or who is Virgo to the moon? So, like I said, tonight is a full moon in Virgo. So, what is essential really to doing a full moon ritual that will really be most potent and be most useful for you is really understanding or having a good base knowledge of what sign that the moon is in currently. Okay, so again, remember what I said at the beginning as well. Keep in mind always through this whole thing, this full moon ritual is going to be about purging, about ridding ourselves of the things we do not want or desire anymore. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Juju. Aww. Okay, so Virgo is an earth sign, okay? These are some common traits of a Virgo. Um, Organized, thrives on routines, okay? These are two really, really, really pertinent things about Virgo energy. They're organized and they thrive on routine. Also, another caveat is to understand what planet the sign is ruled by, okay? Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Interestingly enough, when we do kind of dive into astrology, Virgo, well, Mercury is the only planet that has two signs associated with it. So Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini, and it's the planet of communication, all communication, whether it's writing, talking, speaking, listening, etc. Okay, the main the main thing with Virgo, or what I would say the main theme is the logical side. The logical side, the organized side, okay? So, logical communication, effective writing skills, organizing, creating a routine, creating a project board. I told you, Juju, you'd be down for this one. It's going to be a little tricky though once we get going, but I think you'll catch on real good with this one. But I knew that this one in particular, this full moon, the Virgo energy would hit with you. So good. Logical speaks to me. See, yep, very nice. And it's needed, right? That's why all of these signs have importance and they're pertinent. Okay, so I wonder if any of you knew this already that have tarot class with me. Um, in tarot, Virgo is represented by the Hermit. Who knew that? Raise your hand. It's also represented by the Life Path 9 if you're in the numerology class as well. So in tarot, Virgo is represented by the Hermit, which this I feel like really kind of goes back because, Virgo is actually virgin in its, original, original verbiage. And we think of the Virgo as reserved, and look at the Hermit. That would be kind of equal to that. Reserved, the Hermit, get it? Now, if you are someone who does have a tarot deck, I will tell you this right now. You could pull out the Hermit during this ritual, okay? And just kind of have it nearby like how I do. I have it on the little easel. See the easel? Kind of, oh, now down. Hermit down. But yeah, so you have it. You probably want to have it nearby, either at least by the time we're finished up with the ritual, because you're gonna want to have it at least in one place for the next 24 hours. All right. So anywho, we're all good. We ready to move on and start this full moon ritual? Whoop whoop. What? Who blocked you from typing? Say what? Okay, so you guys, before we even begin, I am going to grab the singing bowl and kind of clear everybody's energy, all right? So, if you're following with me, okay? If you are following with me, try to separate yourself, get in a nice quiet spot just to clear your energy before we begin, okay? And like I said, we could do clearing of our space, our energy a few different ways. We can use salt, all right? We could also use Palo Santo. We could use sage. I'm sure you guys could throw in the chat other ways to clear your energy and space, okay? But I thought the singing bowl would be especially good for tonight, okay? So we'll start off here. We're going to go 2 more times. And then last time. Take a deep breath in your nose and out your mouth and release thoughts. All right, we are good to roll. Oh, what did I do with him? Where's my marker? I lost my writing instrument like twice. Oh, wait, no, there he is. All right. Oh my gosh, Suzanne, really? I would freaking love that. I would so appreciate it. Yes, I would totally. Yes, yes, yes. I want some, please, and thank you. I love that. And if you grow it or know someone that does it locally, even better. Yep, sweetgrass is great too. It's a very it's just different than sage. I like it. It's great. It's awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. I'm so excited. I know someone who actually has that actually. Yay! Yay! Whoop whoop. Okay, so now everyone, moving on. I want to see if you guys can catch my drift here. Okay, if you guys can kind of start to at least see how I might start to make some connections. Okay, so first things you're gonna do though is just like it says on here. Okay, so gather your jar / glass, fill it with filtered water or spring water. Okay. Another thing, if you don't have time to filter your water, go ahead, grab some water and throw some salt in there. It'll cleanse it, clear it just fine. Okay. Now, next sex will be explained with your hostess. Okay. So again, I wanted to say that when this is just something I have. Look, this is what I used to keep my coffee. This was like one of those instant coffee things. Okay. I have a few of these. And it has one of those really cool reusable lids, and the glass on this is amazing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this is just like one of the things I would use during, to make moon water or for a moon. In this case, we're actually using this as part of the ritual. Okay, so having said that, you could fill it as I would fill your jar or glass. It doesn't matter how big or small, at least halfway. That's my advice, okay? Oh, you have a question about Palo Santo? You can ask it now if you want, or do you want to ask it later? Either way is fine. Oh my gosh, yay! I'm so excited. Seriously, you should see my smile. Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you. What, like a really sweet gift. I love it. I so appreciate it. Did you say redder? Like the color red? Oh, you thought it'd be redder? Why would you think it'd be redder, John D? Silly. Later? Okay, sounds good. All right. So, like I said, it doesn't matter like how large the glass is or the jar, etc. Okay. I prefer lid because this is going to be going under the moon for a certain period of time. Okay. So, but if you don't have one, you know what? It's all groovy. We'll make it work. Okay. Now, having said that, this is a full moon ritual in Virgo. What did I say about full moons? It's all about purging, okay? So when we think of Virgo, okay, a full moon in Virgo, if you guys remember some of the things I said about Virgo, throw it in the chat. Like, what does it represent? Okay, what is Virgo known for? It's symbology. What is very important to a Virgo? Logic thinking, right? To be logical, using the logical side of our brains. What else? I want to hear a little bit from you guys. Tell your husband, get up in here then. Jeez, Mousy. I'm just kidding. My best friend in high school, at the end of high school, she was a Virgo. She was so I loved her to death. But she was such a Virgos can be really like uptight, but not uptight. They're what I kind of wish I would have, like in regards to like organization and prioritizing things. I'm so just like a wreck opposite of that. But I love that they are that way. That's why I said every one of these signs is pertinent in their own way. But that's so cool. Your husband's a Virgo. That's awesome. Ooh, I like that. That's awesome, Condense. Virgos are uptight. Slightly. Order. Okay, John D. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So look, we're all having ideas right now in our head, okay? Order, condensed, logical thinking, even cleanliness I would put in regards to alongside of Virgo, okay? You're not a Virgo. Are you a Libra? GGB? It's usually Libras and Virgos that could be uptight. Sometimes Capricorns every now and then. It also depends on your moon and sun sign as well. He's singing right now. He is the responsible one. Yeah, yes, exactly. So that is so dead on. They would be the responsible one, right? I love it. I love it. Okay, so taking some of these things you guys just talked about, okay? How would we relate that to what we want to purge ourselves from? Okay? Now I'm going to give you an example. I'll give you a personal example, okay? Hold on, I have like this full sheet of paper. And we're only going to use like 4 or 5 pieces, okay? For the ritual, for this intention setting, okay? Oh, Cancer. Interesting. You know what? Cancers are supposed to be never mind, I'll go on a tangent on that if I start talking about cancers. That's supposed to be my soulmate sign is a Cancer. But you know what? I don't even relate to like my regular sign. I relate more to my moon sign and my sun sign, or the rising sign, whatever. I always get the rising and the sun mixed up. Anywho, okay. So my husband isn't upset per se, but is very grounded. Yes. Okay. So that would be part of being an earth sign. You got to remember for each person, you have to, most of us just think of, okay, what's your sign? But we're not factoring in what's their moon sign. We're also not factoring in what does their birth chart look like. Okay. For instance, was Venus in retrograde when they were born? If Venus was in retrograde when they were born, they're going to have a really hard time in life ever being in a committed relationship or even getting married, okay? These are all things we consider to the individual, okay? So, my husband isn't uptight per se, but very grounded and realistic. And Virgo, that they are an earth sign, so that would be a common theme amongst the earth signs, okay? Very grounded. Hence why I'm doing because I have to admit, I'm fancy to fire when it comes to these rituals. Usually I'm always in here doing a ritual with fire. So but today I toned it down, and since I knew it was a full moon in Virgo, I really wanted to hit that earth energy, okay? Okay, so my husband but yeah, okay, let's see. Hold on. Gemini moon sign. That can explain a few different things. Well, if that's true, that is true. Well, Yelp. Mm. New game show. Guess my sign. Wink. Or guess my number would be a good one too, right? Is it 8675309? Another Earth sign right there. Capricorns are very I don't think I've met a Capricorn I didn't like. Actually, no, I have met one. Take it back. Okay. Okay. So, getting back to the task at hand. Can you think of 5 things that you need to rid yourself of in regards that we can relate to this Virgo energy? Okay, to the symbology of Virgo. And you're probably thinking, well, no, I want to be more organized. I want to be more reliable. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is you need to shift that question. Okay. So for instance, for me, I'm going to write one down. Okay. This will just be an example. And then I want to hear you guys go through it with me. All right. So in regards to what I want to purge. Okay, so here's my first one, okay? So I wrote down scattered thoughts that have no importance or that are not impertinent. Okay. So you can even just write scatterbrained. Okay. Do you want to be, do you want to rid yourself of all of having too much going on at one time in regards to your thinking and your thought process? Okay. Again, Virgo is logical. They're organized. I want to get rid of certain things that perhaps are the opposite of that. However, though, I will say this. I'm going to caveat that by saying this. What if I'm too organized? What if I'm too logical? Then guess what I'm going to write on here, this piece of paper? I'm going to write logical thinking, because that would imply that I need to rid myself of too much logical thinking. Does that make sense? Or so much logical thinking that I'm not even trusting my intuition. It's personal to you, but that's how we're relating it to this particular full moon. Is this making sense? Give me your comments, because we're going to go through the rest of this. So I want to hear from you guys. So I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. I don't really vibe. The only thing I will say that I do vibe about Taurus is their loyalty and their stubbornness. Is usually okay, not on. Oh, you said LG. Okay. No, you're good. Don't worry about that, you guys. Okay, most Capricorns I know are big bitches. Okay, that's why I had to take it back, because I've known one real big one, Mousy. So, but besides the real big one, the rest were fine, just fine. Okay, I'm focusing. Same and lazy. Okay, there we go. So what do I want to purge? I'm gonna steal that one from you. Okay, Suzanne. Sometimes I am lazy, so I'm gonna put this down. Lazy. All right. And then I could put what's another one I could think of for myself? Okay, I got one. Rebellious, okay? Rebellious to a fault. That's what I'm going to write. Because that would kind of be opposite energy of the Virgo, who would be more what? They would be more logical, okay? So, I want to hear more. What about you guys, okay? And like I said, you could caveat that by saying the opposite, though. This is all about what you personally need to purge and get rid of. Okay, messy habits, you could even write. Okay, messy habits. Hold on. How long have I been muted? Wait, you guys, how long was I muted? I'm dead. How long was I muted for? Is it when I pulled up to Helen's? Does it matter if you tear the paper towards yourself or away from yourself? No, it doesn't matter. Especially for in this context in particular, it does not matter at all, because we're actually going to be getting rid of the things that we're trying to purge ourselves from. Okay, and it's going to end up in this water. So for this purpose, I'd say not at all. Fuck that. I mean, shit. That long? Dang. Okay. So, but I wrote down a few other things, because I did still Suzanne's idea, like lazy. That's something that's I would say I can, kind of relate to that one. Okay, so I want to purge myself of laziness. What else? And then I put rebellious to a fault. Okay, a Virgo aren't really rebellious. If anything, they would be more logical, like we've talked about. They are the logical sign using their logical side of their brain. Okay, so hey, I want to be less rebellious. Okay, throw that in there. I was just a moment. Hold on. What? It was only just a moment. Okay, don't fuck with me, fucker. Don't you fuck with me. Just kidding. Oh, sorry, cursey, dirty mouth. Hold on, I want to read this real quick. My home used to immaculate. It used to be immaculate until I got sick. Aww. You know what? And a lot of what's so interesting and kind of really cool about or sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? Because if you are unable to actually do it physically, then it sucks. However, though, I would suggest doing little tasks at a time. And you know what? Now that you brought that up, you kind of like brought something else into my mind all of a sudden, Suzanne. A lot of people, I've had people ask me before, like, how can I keep my whole house kind of protected, like the energy, especially I've had people come and talk to me, their kids were mediums or sensitives, and they didn't want spirits visiting them at night and interrupting their child's sleep. A really good thing you could do is take something like this, take something like black salt or sea salt, okay, and like mix it in with your Windex or your cleaning supply product while you're cleaning your whole home. And it's just like a constant way to keep things not only cleaned in your home, but cleaned and cleansed spiritually as well. So I just thought I'd bring that up. Well, I'm thankful you came back twice. You must have a double mission. Okay, so again, though, like I caveated, so I want to hear from you guys. Okay, guys, if you're doing it along with me or if you're going to do it later, I want to know your guys' 5 things that you're ready to purge and get rid of this full moon, okay? Tell me what you're ready to get rid of during this full moon in Virgo, okay? And like I said, try to connect it with the themes of Virgo. Keep that connection and link there because that's going to amplify what we're doing. Yes, that's true. Very true. I've had some weird experiences with dream catchers. You know that some haven't worked all that well, then others have just been perfect. I think it really that's a whole other subject, but yes, I agree. The dream catchers will help as well. Okay, I'm gonna put this is I'm pretty close to what you have. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put one more down here that I think would be good. And I'm just using the ones for myself. Like I said, you can use them as well. If it's something that you kind of want to purge yourself from at this current time. So here's a really good one. This one for me has probably been the most relatable recently. Unfocused, okay? That's something I need to rid myself of, or that I'm trying to rid myself from right now, okay? Or that I need to purge out of me at this current time. Remember, again, I've said it before, but full moon is for purging. Full moon is for ridding ourselves of the things that do not serve us anymore, okay? But new moons are for bringing in the energies that we want, that we desire, okay? Make sense? Okay, now, here we go. This is the easy part, in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to open up. You don't have to label this too, by the way. Again, guys, hold on. I want to read this real quick. It depends on the person. That mean it have black name. Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right. So again, it doesn't matter if the jar is really big, really small. If you don't have like a glass jar, I would recommend a glass cup or glass. It wouldn't be a cup. It'd just be like, a little short. Would you call that a cup glass? I don't know if you'd call it a cup because it's still glass, or a glass cup, I guess. Words are hard. But anywho, though, it doesn't matter how big or small. However, though, I'd say at least halfway up. And then anything from there on is at your discretion, okay? And the reason why I did say I wanted you to maybe use, if you could, ink or a like a marker, is because we want it all to bleed in here, okay? So before we do that, though, what we're going to do is this. We're going to take that crystal quartz, right? The white crystal quartz or a white rock, okay? It does not have to be a fancy rock. I cannot stress that enough. It needs to be from Earth. That's all, okay? Expert! How are you, love? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Thank you. It's good to see you last night as well, Expert. You're in our thoughts. You've been in our thoughts, you and Rabbit, and we love you guys. Moon Cup. That's cute. That's kind of a cute name. All right. So moving forward, okay? So we've cleared our energy, and we've really thought about the things that are no longer serving us, okay? That we're really trying to purge ourselves from during this full moon. Now we're going to open this up. Okay, like I said, it doesn't matter how big or large or small your glass is, okay? I do prefer the lid, but if you don't have it, oh well, okay? So we're going to start by this. We're going to start with the crystal quartz or the white rock, okay? Because this will amplify the energy from the moon since it is a full moon, okay? So what we did right there is we just kind of created that sphere, that concentration of energy, okay? Now we're going to grab one paper at a time, okay? With the things we want to purge, okay? Or any of these themes we've gone over, emotions, etc. We're going to go one by one, okay? So unfocused, okay? Now, since we're ridding ourselves of it, John D likes this one. As we place it inside, what are we going to do? We're going to say what I would do, okay? You don't have to, but this just kind of seals the deal, okay? Actually, no, it's better this way. No, I want you guys to be able to see it, though. There we go. So, unfocused. We're ridding ourselves of this, okay? So as we place it in here, be gone. Be gone. And you let it wilt, get all the way in there, okay? Next, what you're going to do, every time you place one of those in there, you're going to place part of this flower or bladed grass, okay? Then you do it again. And you can say something different. You can say it out loud. Rebellious to the fault, be gone for now, okay? Or whatever you want to say. Or quiet your rebellious heart. Whatever you want to say. Be gone is a favorite though. John D likes that one. It is kind of fun to say too. It makes you feel kind of empowered as you're saying it. And again, with every single time you put that intention in there, okay? And we're ridding ourselves of negativity right now, okay? But every time we put one in there, you also add a blade of that grass or that flower, okay? And why are we doing this? Well, this is a earth ritual, okay? Hence why we're using the earth to help us rid ourselves of these negativities. All right? So, messy habits. Be gone, fuckers. I'm so over you. You're so annoying. And then again, the blade of grass / flower. Lazy ass. Be gone. Get up. Right? Again, you place it in the water. And then you will add the blade of grass, weed, flower, etc. Okay? And then the last one. What do we put for this one? Scattered thoughts that hold no importance. Way away you may go. Okay? And I would even say if you have like a larger jar like I do, throw your fingers in there, mix it up, think of your intentions, okay? And then one more blade, put it in there, and then we seal it, okay? Now, if you do not have a seal or a lid, that is okay. You could substitute because we do want to give it a little shake, okay? We're going to shake actually 3 times. That's what she said. But let's say you didn't have the lid, okay? You would just kind of like this with a paper towel, right? And with everything we just did in our thoughts, I just want you to shake it 3 times. And then where does this go from here, okay? From here, you're going to place this outside for at least 20 minutes in direct moonlight, okay? At least 20 minutes and up to 4 hours, 5 hours until the sun comes up, okay? So from the time you put this outside, it needs to be in view of some type of moonlight, okay? The more direct, the stronger this is going to be, the better it's going to work, this ritual, okay? So where does this go? It goes outside for how long? At least 20 minutes. Okay, at least 20 minutes at the very least. Up to 4 to 5 hours, just as long as it's before the sun comes up, okay? And then you'll bring it inside, okay? Or actually, you'll take it if you have like a tree, or if you have a tree, it's actually even better because it's best for the plant to go back, into the earth if you could have it do so. However, if not, that's okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna dump this whole thing. Your little pieces of paper, you can go ahead, toss them aside because by that time, the intention it'll be set, okay? Because these are things that are evaporating that we want to purge ourselves from, okay? And then after that, you'll take your crystal out and you will place it alongside your bed or your altar, your little side table. Place it alongside you for 3 days to amplify it even more, okay? And that's it. But like I said, this has to go like when I'm done with this live. This bad boy right here, he's going right by the window, or right in the backyard, but close to my window because that's where I get most moonlight. But this bad boy has to have some moonlight, at least for 20 minutes, and like I said, up to 5-6 hours depending on when the sun rises. Okay, and that's it. Any questions? Vicky T, you're late to the party. You're very late. You're fired. You're good, love. Volstorm, you're always sneaking up on a lady. I like it. I love it. Be gone, babes. I still love them. Okay. Remember, I don't know if that really kind of goes with the theme though. I'm just saying. John D, I feel like you're just winging it on this one or something. Did you not hear my whole lecture? I'm playing with you. Okay, would you lay the jar on its side because of the lid? You could. I feel like that's just a choice. You could. You definitely could. I hear what you're saying now. Yeah, that's actually I'm gonna take that from you, Helen. I love that. I'm gonna start doing that. But yes, you definitely could. Oh, does it really? How cute is that? Enlighten us, John D. So do I. Hold on. I have a lot of cloud. There's a lot of clouds here, and that's okay. What I would say is the most that you can, like even if you just see barely the moon in the distance, wherever it can at least barely get some of that moonlight, even if it doesn't, come seem to shine all the way through. And I would tell you in particular, you could even wait because, like I was talking about in the beginning of the video, this full moon, the full moon rituals, new moon, any phase ritual, that you do or that you're practicing, you have with the moon energy in particular, you have 3 days before to to amplify to use, and 3 days after. So three before and three after. Where did you send it to me at? Did you send it to me in the chat right now, or are you in my Discord, Suzanne? I don't know if I got it, love. Did you put that in your jar? Did you, or is this about the wolf? Hold on, let me look. I might not have. Let me see. Was it about? Hold on. Was it about the prayers for Rabbit? Many prayers for Rabbit right now. And Expert. I love them both very much. They're very good people. Very good to me, and they're definitely going through a loss. Um, it's not for the faint of heart, and it sucks. It just flat out sucks. But unless there's a different message, I feel like I missed something though. What did you say in chat? Did it get blocked? Well, one thing that I think, John D, that we can hold on, let me do this real quick. Or just remind you maybe. Hold on. Hold please. one thing that we know now for sure, right now, that we could say for sure is that we found out who Luna's boyfriend is. It is the Silver Chariot. Lucky dude. Or not dude, whatever. But yeah, at least we know that though, right? Wait, hold on. Did you email me? I can put my email in the chat. Or Jujubee, I'm sure she'll be glad to send it to me. Cancer is the chariot. Good. Look at you. Good job, Juju. However, there is some specification with this Silver Chariot. Hold on, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay, there we go. I put it in there. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions? I'm going to be ending it. Thank you guys for popping in here. This was fun. I liked it. And it got me out of, I want to say, especially because I do these rituals a lot. However, I will admit I'm kind of like, I get a little stuck in my ways like everybody else. And I just usually use fire quite often when I do have use rituals. And this was good because I got to, kind of organize myself to do one specifically for a full moon in Virgo, just to kind of give everybody some range of how these rituals can work. So, but let me know in the comments, either if you're on replay or not on replay, how you felt, what you think, any suggestions, any comments. If you want me to do the next full moon or new moon, let me know. Anything like that, let me know, because I thought it was interesting. I thought it was good too. You guys always have good ideas, of course. Beat you too. Well, oh, what, the email? No, you're good, love. No worries. Today is the full moon in Virgo. And if you're just popping in, you can rewind from the beginning for a replay, but you can do these rituals 3 days before and 3 days after. Okay, that's the time frame to do these type of rituals. Intention, setting, etc. Okay, any other questions? Anybody have it? Remember, it has to go in moonlight tonight. I'm about to take mine out in the moonlight right now. Yes, I'll message you after this because yeah, I got you. I got you, love. Okay, but any questions before we end? Again, if you do this ritual, make sure that this goes out in the moonlight 20 minutes to until the sun comes up, okay? But it's good to know that way, if you are someone who kind of can forget easily, absent-minded as I could tend to be on occasion. That way, hey, I put it out for 30 minutes, we're good to go, and you can take it out. You just don't want it to hit that sunlight. So before that sunlight comes up, you guys do not let it hit the sun. Yes, you have so much time, Vicky. Totally. And like if you go back and rewind, you do the replay. I talk about all of that stuff. Yes, I am streaming tonight. That's why I'm gonna get off because I might be a little bit later because I gotta get my daughter to sleep and do a few other little things. But then I will be back tonight. Yeah, I'll be live. But I didn't want to miss doing one of these because I've been meaning to do it. Like the last full moon, I was meaning to do it and I hadn't. Yay! Awesome. And please give this video a thumbs up, guys. I would super, super appreciate it. And let me know if you guys want to do something like this again. I do have a few females that I know for sure that would like want to do something like this live. Um, and I think it'd be fun. But let me know. Just let me know your guys' comments, thoughts, and all that good stuff. Okay, you sure you don't want? You can ask me now if you want, Juju. Jay Hector, aren't you a sweetie pie? Oh, you're very, very welcome. My pleasure, honestly. This is like a whole subset of stuff. This astrology, the planets, and I've been really kind of wanting to dive in because I know quite a bit. However, there's still so much more I've been learning. Um, but this really ties into the tarot. It turns into, or it ties into all of that stuff. Is really it really just aligns perfectly with one another. Yay! Okay, awesome. Then I'll do more. No, it's not. That's a perfect. You know what? That's a very astute question you just asked me. Is it always cleansing? No, it's not. Um, Nefarious uses. Oh, um, I have. I've. Okay, so yes. However, though, I think that's kind of rare. But yes, it can be used for a nefarious purpose. Palo Santo is not always cleansing. What this is what try to tell people. And I'm so glad you asked me this question now because no one's ever asked me it. Okay, so the difference between if the easiest way to say the difference between Palo Santo and sage, okay, I would say sage is always cleansing. Okay, it's cleansing. However, Palo Santo is clearing. And they might seem like they're the exact same thing. However, they're not. Because when we're cleansing, we're essentially wiping it all clean. Okay. Where with clearing, we're only kind of doing this, just wiping the dust from the table, if that makes sense, to kind of create our own framework and intention from that point on. So, yes, but I mean, I love Palo Santo. I have some that I use. So what I would say about Palo Santo is very calming too. It's very good for like that meditation or using it before meditation. However, though, like if I'm like, no, I want everything that's on my walls, everything around me. I want myself. I would never cleanse myself with Palo Santo. I would cleanse my aura really quickly with some Palo Santo or around me. However, like if I was doing a full on clearing and cleansing of myself, no, it would have to be sage, 100% because that's the only thing I really trust to really rid, like kind of demand negativity be gone or be released from a person, energy, space, place, whatever the case may be. But Palo Santo is clearing though, like I said, for a quick like clear your energy, and the scent is really great. I love the smell of Palo Santo, but for like a good cleansing, I would say go with sage. If you just need to clear the energy really quickly where you're at, or for, just to kind of clear your mind. Palo Santo is fine for that, but um, not for cleansing. I would not recommend it. Why would someone struggle with Palo Santo then? I don't know. Why would someone struggle with Palo Santo? Man, Suzanne, you are on it. Look at you. I would caveat that by saying though, because I'm big on, okay, not everybody has this type of sage or this type of this or this type of that. Um, your intention alongside with, let's say I just have white sage. I feel like white sages are really good, like um I don't want to say generic type of sage, but it's one that's well rounded to use almost any time of the year, in my opinion. And something like that along with your intention will clear the energy, or will clear a space just fine. So if you don't have the exact thing you need every single time, your intention along with what you do have is just fine. Yay, I'm so excited. You're so awesome. Thank you. I love gifts. I do. No, this is literally from my backyard. And that was like the whole point of the ritual too, is doing a ritual for, an earth sign for Virgo. Is I wanted something that people aren't going to have to go find this or go find that necessarily, but they could go in their backyard and find every single thing they need to do this ritual. I wanted it like easily accessible. Are you really? I need like you guys all, this whole like little group. I need to pick their brains about some stuff now that I'm. You guys are all giving me the goods. All right, guys. I am gonna end it here though. Please remember to like this video before you leave. Andrea, I don't know if you have Discord. Oh my gosh, uh, I wish Darth was here so he could do the Discord thing. I don't even know. Crap, I don't even know. I can't even send my own invites because, well, I think I can, but I am on Discord. It's Clumsy's Tarot Tent. Maybe you can request me or try to find me. If not, though, you can email me. Go to the about section, email me, and we can exchange info. You do have Discord? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's Clumsy's Tarot Tent. And then hold on, let me look. I think I have like a number or a name on there. Let me see. Like my username. Hold on. I should be able to do this. I can do this. I'm a big girl. Let me find this. I don't need Darth. Hold, please. I just realized this. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so is this it? Profile? Okay, username copied. All right, I got it. Look at me. So that's the Discord username or link or whatever it's called. Oh, there we go. Look, you had Darth too, or Darth. He'll either one. I'm pretty sure this one's mine though. I think I got it right. Hideous heckler. Mm. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna hang out with my kid for a little bit before I put her to bed, and I'll be back later tonight. I'll be live later. So thank you guys for being here. Please do remember to like the video if you can, and sub up if you have not. And I will see you guys later tonight or early morning.